The Ghana Cedi is still weak against the US dollar, and I'm going to explain this to you using three main analysis. The first one is technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and sentimental analysis. Once again, you're welcome to FTGFx. Don't forget to follow us on YouTube, Forex Trading in Ghana. Bye-bye.
So we are going to start with technical analysis first. Okay, and the picture there shows the performance of the Ghana Cedi against the US dollar. Now, before we continue, I would like to explain these key terms to you before we continue. That's support and resistance. In technical analysis, support is the lowest price, and resistance is the highest price in a chosen time frame. So for instance, if the Cedi was ranging, the Cedi against the dollar was ranging between 4 Cedi to 5 Cedi, 4 Cedi to 5 Cedi, 4 Cedi to 5 Cedi. The 5 Cedi then becomes the resistance, and then the 4 Cedi becomes the support, because the support is preventing the price from breaking down or going down to 3 Cedi and all of that. And the resistance is also preventing the price from going above the 5 Cedi. So as you can see on your screens, we have the price ranging from 6 Cedis to 4.9 Ghana Cedis from 2019 to 2022. Now the 6 Cedis was the resistance, and then the 4.9 Cedis was the support. Now immediately a support or resistance is broken, a new trend is formed, and the resistance 1, which was 6 Cedi, was preventing a new trend to form. In this case, when a new trend is formed here, or when the resistance 1 is broken, what that means is we're going to need a lot of Ghana Cedis, that's above 6 Cedis, to be able to buy $1, and that implies that the Cedi was going to be more weaker. In 2022, the resistance 1 got broken and the Cedi started weakening. So now instead of using 6 Ghana Cedis to buy $1, you now need more than 6 Ghana Cedis to buy $1. And like I mentioned earlier, when a support or a resistance is broken, a new trend forms. In this case, an uptrend is forming, and an uptrend forming in this case is not good for the Ghana Cedi. So a lot of factors contributed to this uptrend, which includes some fundamental factors and then sentimental factors. Some of the fundamental factors include macroeconomics, geopolitical economics, global economics, and all of that. So let's look at some of the economic indicators that influence this resistance breaking. For example, let's take unemployment rates. Okay, now in Ghana, there is a high level of unemployment rates, and the implication is that if people are not working, or if a lot of people are unemployed, they don't have much money. And when that happens, there's going to be less purchasing power. They don't have the power to purchase, like buy things on their own and all of that. So it makes the economy a bit slow. So this unemployment rate is one of the factors that influence this resistance break. Now the second economic factor I would want us to look at is the import and export rates. Okay, so in Ghana, most of the consumables are being imported. For instance, hair, the ladies use, shirts, food, cars, and all of that. Okay, a lot of cars in Ghana. Ghanaians like cars. So for the trader to go outside Ghana and buy a car, okay, import a car, he or she needs to convert or change the cedis that he or she has for some USD to enable him or her do the purchase or buy the car to now import to Ghana and then sell, make some profits. Now in the course of that, it makes the Ghana Cedi weak. But if Ghanaians were to be manufacturing cars, okay, the dealer or the trader will not go outside to go and buy the cars, so the Ghana Cedi will still be with him or her. But then outsiders or traders who are not from Ghana would want to come to Ghana and buy some cars, and in that case they are going to change their USDs, their GBPs for some Ghanaian cedis to enable them purchase cars from here, and in that case that is going to make the Ghana Cedi also stronger. So the last one I would want us to look at is the global politics. Now in this case I would want us to look at the Russian-Ukraine war. It all started this year, and it has caused a lot of things. Now the world is a global village, so each country or the countries depend on each other. When it happened, Ghana wasn't able to, even if they had to export some things, I'm sure they had challenges exporting, importing, going about the normal transactions, exchanging and all of that. So I feel that also influenced, or that also affected the Ghana cedi, or the strength of the Ghana cedi. So from the chart, you can see that the Ghana cedi go weaker from 6 cedi to 14.7 cedis. What that means is, to buy $1, you needed 14.7 Ghana cedis to buy one USD. So we can all see the sudden strength in the Ghana cedi. Okay, so from 14.7 cedis, we can all see that currently, that's today, which is 22nd of December 2022, the Ghana cedi to buy one USD, you need 9.49 Ghana cedis to buy one USD. What could cause this? So on the 13th of December 2022, the IMF team reached a staff level agreement with the Ghanaian authorities on a 3-year program supported by an arrangement under the Extended Credit Facility (EF) in the amount of 3 billion USD. The economic program aims to restore macroeconomic stability and debt sustainability while laying the foundation for stronger and more inclusive growth. The staff level agreement is subject to IMF management and executive board approval and receipt of the necessary financing assurances by Ghana's partners and creditors. So this good news from IMF, which falls under fundamental analysis, now makes the people, traders or outsiders, feel that okay, the Ghanaian economy is going to be strong. Why? Because the IMF has agreed to support the Ghana economy with $3 billion. Now, people who thought that the Ghana cedi was very weak, so they decided to now buy some dollars, keep, and then when they appreciate in value, they sell them off for some cedis. Now are going to feel that no, then the dollar is now going to lose its value because there's going to be a lot of dollars in the system and then few cedis in the system. So why don't I then sell my dollars that I have and get some cedis, since the dollar might be losing its value? And this type of trading approach is what we call sentimental analysis. It's basically about how people feel about the market. And the Bank of Ghana is also doing a great job by putting out publication almost every day or every week, telling the Ghanaians the current rates as in the Ghana cedi against the dollar. And that also has a way of influencing how people feel about the Ghanaian economy. Now the question is this sustainable enough? How the cedi is gaining strength now, is it sustainable enough? It can only be sustainable when the economic factors are also strong. The economic factors that I mentioned earlier, like employment, import and export rates and all of that. So yes, in the short term, I agree that the Ghana cedi has gained strength over the USD. But in the long term, I believe that the USD is going to gain more strength over the Ghanaian cedi. Now let's go back to the chart and let me show you why I am saying this, and also let you know when to buy some dollars, when to sell off the dollars and all of that. Let's get into it. Now I explained to you earlier from the beginning of the video what a support and a resistance is. Now currently we have our current resistance at 14.7 cedis. That has been the highest price, okay, and that is labeled as resistance 2. And we have our support 2 to be at 8.3916 Ghana cedi. But currently the price is at 9.4975. Okay, so currently if you want to buy some USD, you need 9.4 cedis to buy one USD. Now I told you that when the market is ranging, that's when we have the support and resistance. Okay, now when the resistance, that is support 2, is broken, we should expect the price to come as low as to 6 cedis. Okay, but if the support is not broken and then the price starts going up, then we should expect the price to go high as 14.7 Ghana cedis. So now, if the sudden strength in the Ghana cedi was influenced by the news from IMF, okay, and that has also influenced the decision making or how people feel about the economy, and that is driving the Ghana cedi strong, or is giving it that strength. Now the question is it enough to continue this momentum as in the strength of Ghana cedi now? Because like I said earlier, there are a lot of economic factors that can sustain or that should sustain this, like employment rates, imports and exports rates. Is our unemployment rates going to reduce? Is our import rate going to reduce? Like all of those factors. So for me, per my analysis, okay, or from the technical point of view, I feel and believe that if the support 2 is broken, the Cedi is still going to gain extra strength and going to go up to as low as 6 Ghana Cedi. But if the support 2 is not broken, then there are high chances that the price will reverse back to the 14.7 Ghana Cedi. And also from a fundamental analysis point of view, like the questions I asked earlier, is our unemployment rate going to reduce? Is our import rate going to reduce? For me, when some of those things and a lot more, like CPI, interest rates, like all of those things, I think when all those things are also corrected, it's also going to help the strength of the Ghana Cedi. And also from sentimental analysis point of view, I think in the short term, okay, the Ghana Cedi is still gaining strength, but per what I have seen online, sentiments like from forums, what people are thinking from Twitter and all of that, I think people are beginning to feel that the Bank of Ghana is just giving us some numbers that are not real, because when they go to the market to buy, or when they go to the forex bureaus to buy, they get a different rate from what the Bank of Ghana has been posting online, and that is also risky. It also feels that in the short term, yes, the Ghana Cedi has gained strength, but in the long term that people are beginning to read or see what is really happening in the markets, that is also going to affect the Ghana Cedi and is going to make it lose its steam or the strength that it has now. So for me, putting all of these three analysis, that is the technical analysis, fundamental analysis, and sentimental analysis, I feel that yes, in the short term, the Ghana Cedi has gained some strength, but in the long term, the Ghana Cedi is still weak.
Yes, so if you want to understand more about forex trading, you can just check us out or send us a DM on Instagram at FTG_FX. YouTube is Forex Trading in Ghana. Bye-bye.